Hey, so welcome to this next video. Today I just want to talk about a few ideas relating to money and how that's related to purpose as well, specifically as a young man. And really the reason why I want to talk about specifically money first is because I know it's a massive area of our life, especially for men with like the responsibility that we feel to do something with our life, and if we're in a relationship, to provide in that relationship, and obviously as we get older and have children and all these different things, like money is it's something that takes up a lot of our thinking, right? About how to make money, how to keep money, how much money we need in the future, how much money we need right now. And just like a quick like disclaimer in this video, like if you're looking to solely purely make money, like this isn't the video for you. Like I make decent money, I live a very good quality of life, but there's people who make like tons way more money than me. I'm not like the most qualified rich millionaire person to give you like a business plan to follow or to start like a specific whatever endeavor to make tons of money. But I would like to share some ideas that have kind of evolved in me over the last few years, and relating specifically like your money to your purpose, right? Because it's one thing just making tons of money, but it's another thing like making money in relation to your path in life and like what you really feel called to do in your life. Like there's tons of people who make loads of money, but they don't have that deep sense of purpose in their life. And it's kind of just living in the material world. And there's nothing wrong with having a lot of money and living a great life. I highly recommend that you do live a good life. You live well and you buy everything that you need to live a good and healthy life for yourself, what makes you happy. But what I'm really trying to get across here is kind of how to make money in a way that's more aligned with your way, right? Like with your heart's desire and your hero's journey, like what you're here to do in this world. So I'd like to just share something that I learned from a man called Richard Rudd, who is the founder of Gene Keys. And he's got some very, very powerful teachings. I highly recommend that you look into this guy and his concept of the Gene Keys. And in one part, in one of his courses, he starts talking about prosperity. And he notes that there's a difference between wealth and prosperity. And he defines like wealth as like the accumulation of money, right? Like you keep accumulating and accumulating different like loads of money. And that's like a goal for a lot of people, right? Like we live in this Western world where it's kind of been indoctrinated into us to keep holding on to money in this kind of scarcity mindset that one day we might not have enough. And again, like that comes back to like we're talking about the last video, like the trauma that we've experienced through different wars and different survival situations. We kind of, in that survival mindset, we want to hold on to things and we want to save up and keep growing our wealth. And the other side of it is because like all the movies that we watch and people online and Instagram and different things like that, we want to have like a Ferrari and a mansion and all these different things. So in our mind, we all need to be billionaires, and that's the key to our happiness. Well, on the other side of wealth is prosperity. And prosperity for me is kind of living your life aligned to your purpose and also receiving from that as well, right? So like you're on your way, and throughout your way you receive jewels and you receive income as well. Like life supports you as you follow your path in life, right? So that's a very big difference between what a lot of young men have kind of fell into, and what I fell into in the past as well, which is kind of we're feeling lost, not sure what to do. We know that we want to do something more. So we find a lot of content online telling us, okay, we need to get to £10,000 a month. We need to all be millionaires and to live this lifestyle, and that's freedom. Well, for me, that's something that I've kind of had to unlearn over the last few years as kind of things have been unfolding for me. And what I believe now, and like these beliefs obviously will evolve over time as well. But it's kind of what I just touched upon. Like when we truly follow our path and our purpose and our mission, then life kind of supports us to do that. And in the form of money as well, in the form of different things, the way that we live and everything. Like life kind of shows us more abundance because like our purpose is our gift to the world. And that's the basic law of prosperity. Like we give and we receive. Like the ultimate thing to give is our gift, which is aligned with our purpose and our mission, right? So then it comes to the question okay, this is my purpose. I want to make money off my purpose, and how do I do that? Well, I don't think it's as simple as that. I think it's kind of, we go on a long path, and like when we're beginning, when we're really young, it's like we have this desire in us to do something, but it's like inside of us we feel, and obviously because we don't feel ready to give to the world or to do something or whatever, and that's completely fine. And it's like we have to learn skills and we have to learn lessons, and that's the real hero's journey, to go on that path. But along that way, it's very typical, and this is kind of what's happened to me in my life, is like you get opportunities in your way to kind of pick up different jobs and opportunities which act as like apprenticeships, right? And like those apprenticeships is like, you're not going to be a millionaire like working for someone and learning a basic skill or whatever. You can make money along your way, but it's like the purpose is you're learning skills, and from that you're receiving something as well. It might be very small, but at least you have your heart, and at least you're doing something in line with what you really want to do. And obviously the idea is eventually like the student becomes a master, and then you have the ability to give your gift to the world in a way that's more aligned with what you really want to do, not kind of working for someone else learning the skills, even though that's a very important part and like most people skip that. But it's kind of, you build yourself up to, okay, now I'm ready to give because I went through that process of learning, and we all have to go through that. But the problem is a lot of young men have bypassed this stage, because we see online, like make money online, get rich quick thing online. And it's like, okay, I'm going to put all of my energy, all of my focus into that. And that's where my creative power is going, into making money. But kind of the idea that I'm sharing, whether you agree with it or not, I'm just sharing ideas here. I don't try and be like a teacher telling you what to do or whatever. It's kind of just sharing what I believe. Is that, no, like, I think the real way where to put our energy is into our true purpose, into why we're here. And just having the trust and the faith that my purpose is valuable, even if I don't know what it is, I'm going to follow that calling within me. And having that trust that I will receive from that. At some point, it might not be instantaneously. And there might be years of struggle. There might be years of pain, years of not having enough and whatever, feeling like it's not worth it. But having that deep faith that in the end, like it will all work out and you will receive from that as well. That there's no guarantee in this path that you're going to be super rich or wealthy or whatever. But there is the guarantee that you're going to be true to yourself and that you're going to really follow your path in life. And I think at the end of our life, like that's really what matters the most. Are you true and authentic to yourself? Like, are you trying to impress people on Instagram or whatever, or are you doing what's right for you and what you really want to give to the world? So that's kind of what I see in relation to money and purpose. Like, my belief is like kind of forget about the money, but don't forget about the money. Like, money is important, like, of course, like in this world that we live in, like you need money to buy things, kind of, unless you're growing your own food and whatever, and you decide to separate from that system completely, which is another option that people follow. But if you kind of want to live a decent life in this system, obviously money is good to have and it's very useful. And you don't want to be dependent on your parents or people around you all your life. Eventually you want to grow up and make your own money. But I'm kind of urging you as a young man, from my experience, kind of have the courage to go on your own way. Have the courage to do what you feel is right within yourself, instead of following what someone tells you online about how to get rich or something. And that there are a lot of useful lessons to learn about money in these different people as well. But in the end, the only thing that matters is your value, and that comes from your purpose, and you will eventually begin to receive from that as well in different ways. So yeah, I guess those are my ideas in this regard. None of these videos are scripted or whatever. I'm just kind of sharing some ideas, and I hope eventually some young men will stumble upon this video and plant a few seeds. So I hope that's helpful, and I see you in the next video.